Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at rawhairorganics.com. So, welcome once again. We are on episode 208 if you've been following along. How are you today, Melanie?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice and warm and toasty
Yeah, nice and
compared
warm.
to everybody else. I
Yeah.
actually got sunburn yesterday.
Did you really?
I don't know if you can
You
still
do.
see
I
it.
can see it. You do have some color.
Yeah, look at my shoulders and my back are red.
Where did you get that?
That was when we went for a walk and rollerblading yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I'm burnt.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah.
That's really pretty
So
rare.
it's warm here.
It is warm here.
I get burnt thinking about the sun, and I don't know. I didn't think it was that hot to put sunscreen on, but as you can see, I have burn.
Apparently it
I didn't
is.
realize it till last night when I got ready for bed. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I'm all red. Yeah.
Oh my.
It's in the spirit of Valentine's,
Yeah, that's what it is.
and I'm still in my. That's why we're hearts to still celebrate.
There you
Still
go.
celebrating the love.
Happy
of
happy
Valentine's.
belated Valentine's Day to all of you. So
Love your curls.
yeah. So thank you for joining us tonight. If you're new to the Curly Hair Q&A show, welcome. We are live streaming every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and there are plenty of different places that you can join us on the live stream, and you can ask questions and interact with curl expert Melanie Nichols and myself. We are on Facebook live streaming in the Curly Girl support group. On the Curly Hair Q&A group page as well, in the Diva Curl user support group, the Raw Curls user support group, the Curly Silvers support group, the Shea Moisture user support group, the Curly Hair Q&A show Facebook page, and new tonight in the Curly Girl Method product swap group by Sell Trade. So that's a pretty good sized group. There's I think like 10 or 11,000 women in that group, in that product swap group. And we are now this week live streaming there. So
Very good.
welcome and join us. Feel free to ask questions. That's what we're here for. We are also live streaming on YouTube on the Curly Hair Q&A show YouTube channel. So you can check us out there as well. And on Instagram at Raw Curls on our Instagram account. Hi, Instagram. Welcome tonight. We are a 2019 and 2021 award-winning podcast as well. The number 2 ranked hair industry podcast both years that you must listen to and subscribe to. One of these years will be number 1, I hope.
That's right.
Yeah, hopefully.
We
You
have
can
goals.
Yes, you can listen to this episode and all the previous archived shows and interviews on the Curly Hair Q&A show podcast every Monday night at usually about anywhere between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. As soon as we get it uploaded, the new episode goes live. So not long after we do this show in the live stream, it will show up on the podcast, and you can listen to that version whenever and wherever you want, and where you consume your podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, Podbean, and SoundCloud. So anywhere you want to participate with us, you can, and or if you just want to listen to us, you can do that too. So, Melanie, so how are things at the salon? How are things going? Give us an update on curly hair stuff and hair color stuff going on at the salon. Anything fun? Anything new? Anything exciting happened this week?
Pretty much more of the same, just super duper busy. I mean, I'm booked out through the end of April, so into May right now, which reminds me we have to figure out a date that we're going to go visit my mother for Mother's Day. Because I'm already booking appointments. I have things that on the schedule. So, yeah, we did some fun cuts and colors this week, and in fact, one of them that I posted was Sherry Harbinger from Diva Sean lookalike. My client is her twin. Hmm.
A lot of people thought the same thing.
I
A
know.
lot of what I found was there was a handful of professional stylists, who obviously those are the people who would know who she is.
Uh-huh.
She was the co-founder of the Diva Sean
Hmm.
salon and the Diva Curl Training Academy.
Yes.
So a lot of industry people know who she is, but a lot of people said the same thing. Or like, oh, at first glance, I thought the same thing
Well,
that
and I
Ken
did a
did.
side by side that I sent to my client because I don't know if she knew what she, what she looked like.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, that was fun because I thought the same thing when I got done with it with that style. She wanted more of, a layered shag kind of style with the bangs, and I was like, oh my God, she looks like Sherry, but I didn't say it because she wouldn't have
She wouldn't
known.
known who she is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you started, and other people started commenting, and I was like, and she's very bubbly and
Like Sherry
positive, just
is.
like Sherry. So I
Yes.
was like, oh my God, this is like her twin. Yeah, it's so weird. I've never cut Sherry's hair. Actually,
Mhm.
I've cut many other. Someone was asking
Yeah.
if that was one of the people that I had cut their hair at a show on stage, and it was not. I've never cut Sherry's hair. So, but I did her twin.
We'll see.
So
We'd
there
been
you go.
talking with Sherry for, yeah, I hate to say
Oh, the
this,
whole
over a
pandemic.
year. Yeah, we've set dates and canceled dates of having her come to our salon. And it's just because of the COVID thing. So hopefully this year,
Yeah.
knock on wood, that's over, and we'll get her down,
Mm.
and it'll be fun. So
Yeah.
we haven't
Yeah.
seen her in a while. We haven't seen anybody in a while, really, because of
Right.
this.
No,
You
we
know,
did. We were supposed to have something,
she
and
was supposed to
a
come
couple
for
other
a
educators.
fundraiser, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed
Mm-hmm.
to come to our salon for a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
She get.
Couldn't.
We're just gonna have to, yeah. Hopefully this year will be better, and it's not like we don't have a busy enough year planned the way it is, but yeah, we'll be able to hook up with a bunch of these people, and the biggest trade show of the shows that we go to every year is rescheduled for August. Is that right? September?
I don't
can't
remember
remember.
because it's been rescheduled so many
Yeah.
times.
Well, it's late in the year, and we're hoping that since it's late in the year, that this will be cleared up enough where they'll actually hold it and we'll actually go.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they were holding it next month, we ain't going.
Mm.
I mean, even if we weren't busy, we
Yeah, I
ain't
was
going.
gonna say
It's
for
still
more
too
than
big a
one
risk.
reason,
Yeah,
but
it's still too big a risk,
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah,
But whatever.
yeah, too many people.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with Melanie's mom being,
mm-hmm.
sick. We don't want to be around. Yeah. Here's a fun fact: I got to see my mother-in-law this week.
Mm,
I did.
yeah,
Melanie didn't.
and you got to see the freezing rain and
Oh,
cold and
God,
snow
I
and
don't miss it.
everything else. Me either. Nope.
It just reiterated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
Yeah. There's only one person in this room that likes the snow, and she's laying on the floor.
Yeah, oddly enough, she enjoys it. It's funny. I think she would freeze, but she loves it.
Loves
Yeah.
it. So,
So yeah, I had lots of people that came in, interestingly enough, that had other curly haircuts, whether it was a diva cut or I had a couple people that had previously had what's the
is
other
it the
one?
Rizzo one?
The
Is that those
Rizzo
people
one, yeah.
from the other coast?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that was interesting. It's always, fun to get their reaction or feedback after they've had, other types of curly haircuts. So,
Mhm.
and all was good.
Yeah.
All was good. They were happy.
Yeah. Good. Wonderful. Sounds like a fun week.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
I had an adventurous week. Like I said, I got to see my mother-in-law this week, which is great. I also got trapped in a snowstorm for 3 days, but that's another story.
Uh-huh.
But I got to see her from a distance.
Mm.
I waved, talked very loud, because I don't want to get too close to her. Just can't. Anyway, tonight our show is sponsored by Rawganics and Rawganics Health. I always talk about the Rawganics Super Green Juice that Melanie and I and Helen, right? And Helen as well, take every single day, sometimes twice. Lately, I've been taking it twice, just because I get trapped here and I get hungry. So I just take another one. But one of the things we haven't talked about is we've got other products in there that are that are healthy products, and one of which that I've been using for years and years and years that we've finally just started selling is right in front of you, Melanie, the Rawganics body wash. That stuff, I'm telling you, it's fragrance free.
Cheryl loves it.
I love it. It's fragrance free. Yeah. Cheryl loves it. and her friend. It's fragrance free, chemical free, toxin free. I forget what it is, 65 or 70% organic ingredients. It's like the best body wash ever. And ask people that actually use it.
It's non-irritating.
It's non-irritating. Here's a fun fact, little story. I swear I'll make it really little.
Can I say?
You can. It's our show, and it's our show. We've already. Mark's already been banning our stuff anyway, so go ahead.
Mark
Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you have children watch, hey, you know what? They learn early on, but
Yeah.
according to
Her words, not yours.
yes, according to my client, it is vagina approved because it doesn't irritate and cause any issues and infections.
Alrighty, and I will take her word for it.
So thumbs up. It's clean
I'll
and
take
pure.
her word for it. And no,
and
we aren't.
unscented.
Right, and we aren't running any commercials on that yet.
Oh,
I would if I
gosh.
didn't think they'd ban us, which are on us, but I wouldn't. But anyway, it's something I
Hey, people need to know.
and they need to know. But here's kind of a fun fact, and I'll make this really brief little story. So she told you that, but I'll tell you another thing. We, Melanie and I took a tour. It must have been a 2 or 3 day weekend to a training at a big product manufacturer that we use at our salon. This is several years ago. And they were introducing a new line for men and blah, 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 blah. And it had a body wash in it and a shampoo and whatever and a body wash. And Melanie brought it back. And I used it while she was at class. It was supposed to be a, natural men's body wash. And I broke out in all my sensitive areas, like immediately, like burning, like on fire. Remember that? All my sensitive areas.
Oh, did I not tell you? I put
Not my
cayenne
vagina.
pepper in there.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah. But it was bad. So I'm one of those people that's just really sensitive to stuff. I mean, when I was a little kid, this will date me a little bit. It's this back when you got eczema, you went to the doctor and they put you under a heat lamp. That was the cure. I
Really?
remember that. I was little. Yeah.
Well, that was in Wisconsin because it's
Yes.
freezing and your skin is dry
Yes.
and itchy.
Well, it took a while for them to figure out because my mom used to give me baths in Mr. Bubble. Anybody remember that? They even make
Oh,
that
I remember.
anymore?
I think so. I've
Mr.
seen
Bubble. They did commercials, right? They
Mm.
had commercials. But
It's
anyway,
right next to the Johnson & Johnson babies shampoo.
right, yeah, and
No
the talcum
tears.
powder, right? But anyway, so yeah, I'm sensitive to that. So I had been packaging this stuff for myself for just years, and now we've got it up for sale. You can check it out. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check it out at rawganics.com. We are also sponsored tonight by Raw Curls and the Raw Curls Academy. What's the Raw Curls Academy? It is a training facility, hands-on workshop for licensed professional stylists to learn how to do curly hair. This year, 2021, the Diva Curl Academy, which is the largest academy in the country, has announced it is closed for the entire year. They are based out of New York City, so I clearly understand why. Everybody does. It's how do you schedule when you don't know when you're going to be allowed to be open, not whatever. So there was a big gap, and we decided to bump up the handful of classes that we'd been doing this year, take our show on the road, so to speak. And we have several trainings for, again, licensed professional stylists only. 2-day hands-on workshop, the most comprehensive curly hair training on the planet by far. And we've looked at them all. I'll give you a couple of the dates dates and locations that we will be available in 2021, or Melanie will be available. April 25th and 26th in the Tampa, Sarasota, Florida area. May 23rd and 24th, Naples, Florida. June 19th and 20th, Marietta, Georgia. June 27th and 28th, Naples, Florida. July 25th, 26th, Naples, Florida. July 31st and August 1st, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. August 29th and 30th, Naples, Florida. September 25th and 26th, Charlotte, North Carolina. November 7th and 8th, Austin, Texas. November 14th and 15th, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And if you are a stylist or salon owner and would be interested in either coming or having us come to you, send me an email at orders@rawhairorganics.com, and we'll see what we can work out.
Did you check those November dates? Because that sounds like Thanksgiving.
November 7th and 8th? No, it sounds
Oh,
like our
November 7th
anniversary.
and 8th.
Oh, 14th and 16th, that's Oklahoma City. No, we're
Oh,
we're
okay,
open for
okay.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So we've gotten a lot of inquiries for the West Coast of Oregon, Washington,
Hmm.
Northern California. Um, unless we change some things around, I don't know how we can get them done in 2021. It's not to say we won't, but you got to remember that's if we're going to do them, we're going to do like 4 of them,
Hmm.
and we're going to have to fit them in because it's a hike out there.
Mhm.
It's a 3.5 day drive solid,
Hmm.
almost 4 days one way.
Wow.
So we're not going out there for one class.
Mm.
We go out there if we could do 4. If we could do 4, we'd go out there. But yeah, it's just the distance. But we're trying. So if you are interested, let us know because the more people interested and salons that are interested, we will come out there. So that's that. Got one other announcement we're going to talk about. This is interesting. If you are a listener or watcher of the show, you will remember about a year ago, we had one of our friends, 2 of
Aw.
our friends actually,
Yeah.
Chadwick and Igor from the We Dad flagship salon in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They came out and did a show with us. Did they do 2 shows with us or 1? No, they did a show with us, and then we did a video with them doing the cut, right? The We Dad cut. That was
Yes.
different, yeah. But we
They
had
came
them.
and did the cryotherapy.
Yeah, we had them come out here, and they had they've
I should
invented.
come again so I get a haircut.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Ugh,
have them come.
Chadwick.
Yeah, or maybe we'll go there. We'll see. We'll
That would
see.
be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. We might do that. We could do that.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Do
I'll
do
message.
something from their salon.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, and it'd be a nice little test trip,
Hmm.
you know?
Yay! I'm so
Yeah.
excited for them.
Yes.
Way to
So
go.
they've invented a couple of products
Yay.
for curly hair
So
lately,
exciting.
and they've been applying for patents, which a lot of you know are difficult
And expensive.
and expensive. And they just got awarded a patent for their CIC Beauty diffuser,
Yay!
and they got it on I think Thursday.
Ah, that's
And
so
yeah,
awesome.
hooray!
I'm so
round,
happy
round
for
of
them.
applause. So if you're watching the live stream, you'll see the picture right now that Helen has put up of them holding the patent and then the patent by the CIC Beauty diffuser. We have that
Way to go,
diffuser.
guys.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
Awesome.
He actually, I wanted to tell you this, Melanie. When he announced this, he actually thanked us publicly
Ah.
for
Aw.
for supporting their their ideas. He said literally from day one,
Aw, of
and
course.
he said from the day that he met us years ago in Chicago, he said we were nothing but supportive to them
Aw.
and their ideas and stuff.
Of course. I mean,
Not everybody is.
Yeah,
we
no,
know that.
I know,
We
I know.
that.
I was talking to a client about that because told me that they got the patent, and I'm
Yeah.
so excited for them. And it's like, why not? Why can't people celebrate each other's successes? I
Yep.
mean,
Or encourage them or help them along.
yeah.
You know.
Like, why wouldn't I want to help them? This is awesome. It only helps
know.
me. It helps other hairdressers.
Yeah.
Like,
We
why?
sell the crap out of those things.
Yeah. Why
We
wouldn't I? I
sell
love
crap
it.
out.
It's an awesome tool.
Yeah.
So I want them to succeed. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for their success. And it's,
Yeah.
it's only going to help us all be better.
Yep.
So it's just like, I'm just so honored to know them. They're just the
Yeah.
nicest people too. And I'm really grateful that we met in Chicago and just hit it off. But
Yeah. And actually, now that I think of it, if I remember right, when before they even got it, I believe we were at their salon for something, and they were showing it to us before
Yes.
they even got it produced because they had the we call it like the beta run. It's like where you run 1 or 2 and you see what you've got and you kind of go through it. And they actually, we were like I think the first people they showed it to.
I don't know. I think they had it in their salon.
Yeah, right. Well, they were beta
Yeah.
testing it in their
Yeah.
salon. They had it, but they hadn't
That was
been
for that book
promoting it, whatever.
signing.
Oh yeah, that was a book signing.
Mhm.
But yeah, they actually took us in the back room and sat, and we went through the thing, and it's pretty neat. And they, I
They
just,
deserve it. You worked
yeah.
your butts off, and you deserve it. And we are so proud of you.
yeah. So we, I talked to Igor about a little bit about it earlier this week while I was trapped in the snow. and he had given me some updates that they had made some changes to make it a little bit better, made some things a little more durable, some things on it a little easier to put in it. I mean, those are all stuff you don't know until you actually get it in your hands and start using it, you know.
Yeah.
And they made some changes, so it's even better. And
Of course, that's the way it goes with anything. And
yeah.
I was talking about that with a client as well, because
Yep.
it's always about, adjusting and applying,
For
just
sure.
making changes along the way.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really kind of never ending. Like as
Yeah.
you grow and you, learn about things that you need to improve. But, it's not like an overnight thing, because typically you have thousands of these items. So,
Yeah.
it's not like, hey, we're just going to change it tomorrow. So it's a process, but it's, it's something that is, you're always ever improving.
Yeah. So to celebrate, I put the thing on sale on our website, and if you want to grab one at a really good price, you can
Yay.
grab one there at rawhairorganics.com. So congratulations, guys, and it'll be fun to see what's next.
Yeah. They've
Fun to see what's
created a
next.
lot of different things.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Pretty cool. So
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, I got to remember that. I got to make a note of that, and I'll get in touch with them and see if we can go out there and get your haircut and make a trip and
Cool.
do some things with them. So,
Okay.
all right.
Sounds good.
Okay. You want to get into some questions?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into some questions. Oh, before I forget, tonight at we'll do it at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be in the Curly Silvers Facebook group,
Ooh.
and that's Curly Silvers with an exclamation point. Melanie will be doing live Q&A in there. We've talked about this for a couple of weeks. Melanie, for those of you who don't know, she's an American Board Certified Master Hair Colorist, educator, and exam evaluator for the organization. She works with not only curly hair, but gray hair, silver hair, every single day of her life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got questions about everything from coloring it, transitioning, how to deal with it, product application, products, any questions that you have, any troubles that you're having, anything you want to talk about, you've got the expert, you've got the person to talk to, and she's going to be live in that group. So if you're not a member of that group, you might want to join it, and you'll be a part of that Q&A tonight. We'll probably do about half an hour of Q&A in there, and Melanie will talk and I'll talk, and you guys will get your questions answered. So, Helen, if you could get a link to that group, post it in the comment sections of where we're live streaming tonight, so people can go there and sign up for that group. And then if you could, if you need to do some group approvals too, there you can see what happens. So anyway, all right, let's get into some questions. Didn't want to forget that. This is funny. Wait till you see the first question. Melanie, what is a good blow dryer and diffuser for curly hair?
Gosh.
Mine doesn't have a diffuser, so I'm looking to get a new one. I swear these are not setups. It would be way too cheesy if I did, and not that cheesy. Typically.
Yeah, that's funny.
No.
Well, hello. The CIC Beauty Diffuser is my absolute fave, and it is totally worth the money. Any, whatever the amount is, if it's on sale, if it's not on sale.
It is on sale,
It
even if it
is
wasn't
a
on
great
sale.
investment, and it really makes a difference in the hair. When we were talking about, you were just saying, when Chadwick and Igor first had me look at it and try it, and I was a little bit concerned about the price point because I thought, ooh,
Yeah.
for a diffuser, that's kind of a lot. And then I used it, and I was like, wow, this really makes a difference in the hair, and you can see it immediately.
Immediately.
It's just unique. There's 3 different attachments. There's these pads where you put a serum of theirs that infuses hydration and shine into the hair. It just makes the curls so big and bouncy and beautiful. I can't say enough about it. I love it. It's ergonomically correct, so it helps the stylist to hold it
Yep.
properly. Fits on almost every hair dryer. It's just very
Except the
well
Dyson.
thought, except the Dyson. There's a few exceptions, but it doesn't come flying off. There's just so many things that they really thought out that make a difference, and it is the best. Love it.
Love it, love it,
Love
love it.
it. Love it. Love
What
it.
about hair dryers? Anything at that you use in the salon that somebody would like at home? Anything? You typically you don't stick with like one particular dryer
Mm-mm.
all the time, right?
Never. I don't think I've had the same dryer twice, but that's not because I didn't want it. It's because by the time my dryer dies, they usually don't have that dryer
Yeah,
anymore.
they're it's like cars,
Ah,
like new models, new models, new models.
yeah.
Yeah, all the
Because
time.
I really did, believe it or not, one of my favorite hair dryers of all time was my Paul Mitchell bamboo
That
dryer.
bamboo one, I knew you were gonna
I
say it.
loved that dryer,
Yep.
and all my clients loved that dryer. It was awesome. I
No,
really
it
did.
worked well, and the weight was nice.
Yeah, the
And
weight was good. It was quiet. I really loved it, but they don't make it anymore. So,
yeah,
by the time that one died, our dryers typically last between a year or two. I could no longer get that. So then, I've been using I have two different dryers in the salon, but my um, newest favorite that I have been using is this Cleo, but I don't even know if that's available anymore. So
you
it's
sell
one
those at the salon or
I
no?
did, but I don't anymore. I don't anymore.
No.
I there was some issues getting them, and so I sold them for a while, and then I stopped. I don't typically sell hair dryers in the salon because, like I say, once in a while I'll have one if I see a good deal and I pick it up. But a lot of times people are just going out and buying them. Now they've run out and bought the Dyson and all that. So, but I love definitely a go-to always to fall back on. Very simple decision is the Chi. The Chi tools are always good. They're well made. They're American made. They work
In Houston,
well. The
Texas.
price point is
Mhm.
good. And so I do love to support that company, and I've always been happy with their product. Sometimes, I like something with a little more power, but definitely a good solid hair dryer for a decent price point is the Chi.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. How at the salon, because you're using hair dryers, every single day, all day, pretty much. How long does a hair dryer last you?
I just said, like for me, it lasts between a year or two.
A year or two.
Yeah, that's about all I get. And then sparks start flying and it
That's
explodes
usually
and
how they.
everything else. Yeah.
That's
Scary.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Didn't that one start on fire?
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
happens.
Yeah. I start to know now when they're going to die because they get really, really hot. Like when you're drying hair, you're like, man, this thing is hot. And, I turn it down to medium or low. And so it's kind of a foretelling that that dryer is on its way out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Melanie, I need honesty. If I get a diva cut on Thursday and have a wedding to go to on Saturday, am I going to struggle getting my hair to cooperate the day of the wedding? I feel like I hear everyone say they hate their cut at first and then love it later.
Mm.
What do you think?
Well,
Get the cut or wait?
oh, definitely get the cut. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You saw my client's reaction on the video I just posted, the one that looks like Sherry. I mean, I guess I don't have that experience, unless, people haven't told me, but typically they love it walking out of the salon, and that's something that, is emotional for them because they've had other haircuts where they've gone home and
Yeah.
cried, or whatever. They don't love it walking out because the stylist straightened it or whatnot,
Yeah.
It just doesn't come out the way that they wanted. I don't know. But yeah, I really haven't had that experience. Like they love it when I finish. They're screaming, they're crying, they're
Yeah.
like just,
We post those
so
videos all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can remember when you first started doing those, people are like, "Oh, it must be your friend. That must be your friend." Yeah. Well, now 200 of those people later,
Oh, really?
we don't have that many friends.
Mm,
Well,
yeah.
not that many friends with curly hair anyway.
Yeah.
Not that we could do that day after day after day.
Oh, I didn't even know
But
people said that.
at first they did.
Gosh, always
They're like,
something.
"No, you don't understand that this
No,
happens.
people are
It
just
really
super
happens."
excited because they're so happy with their
Yeah.
hair. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I will tell the person that's asking this question. I will tell you this. Make sure that if you're getting a diva cut, make sure that that stylist is a real diva trained stylist and not just saying, "I can give you a diva cut."
Yeah.
You know,
And I
we've
would say
talked about that.
more
Make
than a
sure.
level one.
Yeah. Yeah,
they have
make
some
sure.
experience.
Right, make sure. Check out their social media. You know, check them out. See if they are indeed on the Diva Curl Styles Finder website. See if they're in there. Um, you know, do a little bit, because if you've been around the our groups long enough, or the show long enough, you've heard the horror stories.
Mm.
That people that there are unscrupulous stylists that maybe saw a 15-minute look and learn at a hair show and started telling people, "Yep, I'm a diva. I can do a diva cut. Yeah, I'm a diva trained stylist," and then people are horrified. And
There-
that's happened over and over and over, and it continues to happen. So, to given this, given your situation that you've got a wedding, literally 2 days afterwards,
Is it her wedding?
no, she doesn't say that.
So,
So
I mean, to me, I guess I'm just a little more laid back. Even if, so, okay, like the client that I just did this week that had other other curly cuts previously. She showed me pictures. Like the first time she went, she was really happy. The second time she went back to the same person, disaster. So there's no guarantees, unfortunately. I mean, hopefully well, it sounds like she doesn't know this person, but yeah, look at their work. But worst case scenario, if it's not what you want, then you still can make it look cute. I mean, curly hair is very forgiving a lot of times. You can put it up, you can put a headband on. There's so many different styles you can do to make it look cute. There's a lot of videos out there on little, updos, quick things, fixes. I've done some, other people have done some. So I would definitely not, worry about it and just go for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Melanie. Box coloring hair during the pandemic. I use L'Oreal Preference. I dye my hair dark brown, black to cover grays, and noticed, and I was ready for this to happen. I noticed when I use the conditioning treatment, which is probably filled with silicones. This is her. I'm not saying this. This is her. With the conditioning treatment included for after you wash out the dye color, that my hair lost a lot of its curliness. I'm letting the color settle a few days, then we'll wash with a clarifying shampoo and start over. What are your thoughts on that? What do I do?
Yeah, but I don't normally recommend using a clarifying shampoo after you color. I mean, that would be something you would do before you color.
Yeah, it's going to strip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to strip your color out. So that's counterproductive.
And that's not, and you stripping that color out is not going to bring your curls back. What do you think?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, well, I mean, oh gosh, if she's using all those silicone loaded products, da 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 da. Well, you can try a haircut or a different conditioning treatment, and see if they bounce back. But yeah, I mean, just FYI, if you do a clarifier now, you're going to be removing that color. So
it's a conundrum, because
Yeah.
we get it, with COVID, there's a lot of areas of the country where, salons aren't open. What are you going to do? Go a year without a color? I can go 3 weeks without a touch up,
Oh yeah, well
just
you're so high maintenance. Oh my
I'm right.
God.
So I get it, I get it, but, so I know we know why you're using box stuff like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Maybe, just is it just the color she thinks?
Yeah, it sounds like she colored her hair with box color and it took the curls away.
Hmm. I don't ever recommend when you're using box hair color at home to pull it through the ends. You want to just do the roots, don't I think the instructions tell people to pull it through the ends, and that's where the disaster comes through.
Yeah.
Because they're overlapping and overlapping and overlapping. First of all, they're overlapping trying to put it on because you just can't do a good job yourself. I mean, it's near impossible. Even for me that knows, what to do and how to do it. It's impossible. You can't see in the back of your head, and then, but I never, yeah, like I definitely would not recommend pulling it through. I've seen that's where a lot of people come in to me and they have these bands and they have really dark ends and, it's just a mess. So just do the roots.
Just do the roots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But now she's, it's done. So
Yeah.
I guess,
next time.
yeah, just try using, maybe a different curly hair product or something, to try to bounce the curls back, get a haircut. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to think off the top of my head. But yeah, you're kind of stuck because I certainly wouldn't clarify either. Not now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to remove what you did.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another announcement I forgot to mention. The long-awaited, don't get me started. I'm not going to get started on this. I'm just going to say this, and I don't want to get into discussion because I've been pissed off for 4 months.
Oh, God.
Raw Curls Original Anti-Frizz Conditioner, 16-ounce and 33-ounce sizes, back in stock today.
Oh, good.
Limited quantities.
Limited? I gave you my order.
Limited quantities.
I get first dibs.
I know you do.
Okay.
Limited quantities. And when I say limited quantities, limited quantities.
Why are
Second
you
thing
mad
I'm-
about this for
second-
4 months?
Because of the COVID ingredient delays, supplier.
Oh, okay. So because we're out of stock.
I'm sick of the lies and sick of it's hard to produce product when your suppliers are lying to you day after day, week after week. There used to be an old saying back in the old days when I was new in the business world. It was a running joke with the older guys is, checks in the mail, truck's on the way. And it was like a fight back and forth all the time. Where's the check? Check's in the mail. Where's the truck? Truck's on the way. And that's kind of like this
I
is
didn't
how
know we had a
COVID's
problem with
been.
that one.
Anyway, so it is so that's all I'm going to say about it, other than the fact that if you are one of the people who had that product, one of those sizes back ordered, you're first. Stuff's shipping today, so
You're second.
You're
I'm
first.
first.
right, because her orders were in first. So anyway, yeah, back orders first, and then whatever's left. But we're producing now as fast as fast as we can.
I talked about that last week, and I talked about it again this week in the salon to clients. Every company, not just hair products, every appliance store, just Targets, Walmarts, any store you go into, they are very low stocked. There's not a lot of inventory. Everyone's short on things, and so believe me, there's no one else that would want to have these products more than us. I mean, it's not like we're holding out. I mean, of course we want to have them to sell to you. I don't even have them in my salon, so it's upsetting to us even more so than it is to you. So I'm sorry, but be patient, and thank you for your understanding.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's it. So I'm.
But yeah, I mean, I've had to find replacements of things too when we run out, for my own salon. So it is what it is. It's just sometimes what happens, unfortunately. And it's been worse, because of the last year of the pandemic.
That's been the thing. Yeah. All right, Melanie, I'm new to the curly hair groups. I have curly, wavy hair that is really thinning out. I'm trying to breathe some life back into it. I wash every other day with conditioner and am only using shampoo about once a week. I'm currently using M Intense Repair. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
I hope she's not saying Monate. I hope. Intense Repair. I'm not sure about that, but it's capital M Intense Repair. My hair is brittle and breaks easily. Any advice on how to stop the breakage? How do I get more protein in my hair? I am not using styling products with the exception of leave-in conditioner. She doesn't say what kind. Not sure what else to do. Help.
So there's a lot of things that seem wrong about that to me. First of all, if you have really fine brittle hair, I would not be using a leave-in conditioner because typically, that's too heavy. So the only thing that I would use as far as a leave-in would be something like a light, like our Raw Curls Anti-Frizz Spray, which is going to give you, it has some keratin in there, and then it has, just some conditioning agents, but not heavy. It's super, super light. Using a regular leave-in conditioner just is too much for fine hair. Protein, actually you have to start with what you're putting in your body. So, you need internal and external, to help. So, and that's what I tell people that even come to my hair loss clinic. We need to treat you internally and externally. So, make sure your diet is right. You're getting enough protein there. And enough drinking enough water and taking care of yourself. Those things really matter. And then also focusing on the outside. You can do, we came out with our Raw Curls Biotin Conditioning Mask, which is perfect because it has a great balance of protein to strengthen the hair and moisture to hydrate the hair. So it is great for everybody, and we're having super positive feedback on that.
I'm really
But
surprised
not
how.
as a leave-in; it's a treatment. So
Yeah, as a treatment. You know what I'm going to do is I'll put in the comment section. I'll put a link to that deep conditioning treatment
mm,
with biotin,
yeah,
and feel free to take a look at it. And we've had really good luck with it, and
absolutely,
really good response.
yeah.
I actually, and yeah, this is a sales pitch, but it's not. But I would say it anyway. I'm pretty sure from what I can tell, unless something really changes, that'll probably that'll probably win an award of product of the year in the
Mm,
curly hair world.
yay! Maybe we'll get
It's
number one
it's
somewhere.
that right. It's that significantly better than anything else that I've
Yeah, it's
seen. So
awesome.
yeah, it is. But anyway,
I
um,
also, there's no rule of, why you would have to wash once a week. And so, using the correct products, like, again, I'm just saying because I'm familiar with it, whatever line you choose. But the Raw Curls, we have a Wavy Sweetie products for fine hair. So, like, one of my employees, Jessica, she has fine curly hair and she likes to wash her hair every day. And she uses that Wavy Sweetie cleanser and conditioner. So,
yeah.
wash as needed. There's like, again, it's not like you have to go a week. If you're really dry, then, that's a little bit of another issue that we need to discuss. But if you get that conditioning treatment, it will help to give you the strength and the hydration that you need. So, um, yeah, but those are the things that I was kind of like, I don't know that, she's talking about getting enough protein in her hair, I think that would be sufficient. You don't want to, you don't need you also need a little bit of moisture. So less moisture, more protein, but you still need some.
hmm
So, and I don't know, she didn't talk about like the condition, whether hair is dry or oily or what, just fine. So, that makes a difference.
Yeah, yeah. I actually got a comment on the Curly Hair Q&A Show YouTube channel. I love to hear you supporting a company as easily accessible as Chi is.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've done. I tell you, we've done that over the years. Um, when when a competitor product, something in the curly world, uh, deserves to be supported, we support them. But a lot of people think that we just bash everybody for the sake of bashing everybody. We That's not the case.
No, I'm just going to
And
tell
I
you how
will.
it is,
We're just
whether
going to
it's
tell you how it
good
is. That's
or
literally it.
bad,
Yeah, and
you
that's
know?
a lot of people don't want to hear that. And that was, in our early years, that was a lot of feedback that we got because there were people, because there was nobody with a show like this that was actually educating people,
Mm,
other than the influencer world, and we know what that is. It's about money.
mm,
And when we started only talking about a handful of product brands, people thought we were being elitists and whatever. I'm like, no, that's not the case. We're not going to come on here and and spend an hour every single week, giving you recommendations of products that are going to give you lackluster at best results
mm.
just because it makes somebody feel good. I mean, it's not that's not the case here. I mean, we talk about it. It's in the intro every single week. We're the only, weekly Q&A show with curl industry experts answering your curly hair questions. Well, that's in our podcast intro.
Well,
But that's
that's the
so
thing,
we're going to
but
give you those answers.
I'm going to
Don't
give
ask me
you
to recommend.
professional
Yeah.
answers and professional advice. And, the same that I would talk to my clients
Yeah.
in my chair because that's what I'm familiar with. That's what I feel is going to benefit you.
Right.
I understand if someone's on a budget and they got to use Suave, hey, have at it. I
Sure.
get it. I've been there, believe me, but um and I'll just be honest with them. I understand this is, your budget. However, the difference is, and I will explain to them and educate them. And if you can, at any point, afford to splurge or change and, use different products, then that's what I recommend. But you got to do it. You got to do it. Or if you're happy and you don't have a problem, then fine. You don't have to change. But I'm going to give you the straight up professional advice from the salon from, 25 years of
Yeah.
experience. And I work still behind the chair 12 to 14 hours. So I am doing this every day, all day. And, that's the thing. The clients see the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you want the best advice? That's what you're going to get here, and that all being said, we tell you all that to go back to this comment, that, those Chi dryers may be budget dryers and easy to get to, but,
They're good.
but if they're good, we're going to tell you they're good. Right.
She
But
has
if you
always,
think, right, but
they
we're not going to
have,
tell you Cantu's good,
right.
but I'll tell you Chi's dryers are good.
Yeah, they
Sure.
have a great, solid reputation,
Yeah.
and I love their products. I
Yeah.
always have, and I use them on and off. It depends. Sometimes I just want to try something different. Another good one is Babyliss Pro. You can get those pretty easily, but there's lots of them. So, but yeah, I mean, I have no problem. Again, why not celebrate successes and help each other? Why not? It's only gonna, make things better for all of us. Whether
Yeah.
it's for your hair, it's your career, just being not being open-minded is just it's not going to help you grow. You're going to stay stuck. you
Yeah.
know.
Yep. For
And I
sure.
tell my students that when they come to my class, if you need to have an open mind. You have to be able to learn new things
Mm-hmm.
and be open to it.
Yeah. Yep. That's that
Otherwise, you're not going to grow. But yeah,
right.
so and still, just to only approve of or celebrate things that are just the same as what you do or
Mm-hmm.
believe in is silly.
Right.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
If you go to Michael Jordan's basketball camp and he's telling you to shoot free throws completely different than the way you do it, you don't turn your nose up to him and say, I'm not shooting free throws like that because I don't do
This
that.
is the way I
Right,
do it.
right.
Well,
You're not gonna
hello.
it's right.
Yeah.
It's same thing like this.
If somebody is successful at something, then why I would listen
Right.
and pay attention,
Right. Right.
even if it's different, if it stretches you, if it's outside of your box.
Uh-huh. Funny thing, I just brought up Michael Jordan. I didn't mean this, but
Mm.
funny. Which is it's completely compared to what we were just talking about. Anyway, Michael Jordan, for those of you who don't know, he started a NASCAR team a couple of months ago, and they had their first race yesterday, the Daytona
Ah,
500.
I didn't
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah, and their crew chief was suspended and ejected from the track for rules infractions. That crew chief is a friend of mine.
What happened?
I didn't
Who was
know.
it?
It was Greg Emmer. I didn't know he got the job. That team just started
What
like
did
2
he
months
do?
ago. I don't know. I'd have to ask Mr. Dean Strom, track announcer
Oh
at
my
Daytona
God.
International Speedway, and very good friend of Melanie and I. I'll have to ask her, or
Wow.
pit reporter Jim Trado. These are all people we
That's
just
juicy.
know from. That is really juicy. That
I
was
wonder what they
that was
did.
Jim. That was Jimmy Watson's best friend was Greg Emmer. When
Wow.
Jimmy died during the 2017 NASCAR season, Greg retired right after that. He's about our age. He retired. He's like, I'm done traveling.
Hmm.
And I think it was emotional. He went back to the family farm, worked there for a couple of years, and then Michael Jordan called him up about 2 months ago. I didn't even know this. I hadn't even heard this, and said, hey, you want to come back to work for my new team?
Mm.
What are you going to say when Mike calls you? No.
No thanks.
No thanks. I'm good, right? Stay on the farm here. But anyway, he went
Now
back.
I bet you're really bummed you didn't watch it. I asked if you wanted to
I
watch
didn't
the race.
I didn't know anything about this. I can't believe nobody told me.
Mm.
I actually went, because he's my Facebook friend, right? I'm like, what the hell? And I look, there's not a mention of it on his Facebook page at all.
My girls keep sticking.
He's
to
probably
the
been that busy.
microphone.
So anyway, I hate to say that and then to come back and say,
Oh.
oh yeah, if you want to get suspended, you do what Mike does.
Mm.
Anyway, he's Bubba Wallace's crew chief.
Well,
So
maybe
anyway,
there was something they didn't know. Mm.
I don't know. I don't know, but they escorted him on the track.
Wow. Mm. I've never seen that in a race. Have you?
Yeah, once or twice, not often.
Mm.
Not often.
Like maybe he's used to basketball. They do that kind of stuff all the time.
but I don't know. Well, it's
not in
well,
racing.
like I said, I mean, Greg's been gone for 3 years. He comes back, and he's got 2 months to get a car ready for, I'm like, I could see.
Hmm.
But anyway, whatever. Congratulations, Greg. They had a good finish, even though.
Congratulations, he
I
got kicked out.
But they did get to race. He just had to watch from the.
Oh my God. Okay. Any other curl questions?
Just thought I'd bring that up. I don't mean to throw. Anyway, yes. All right, Melanie, can you over clarify your curly hair? I just used Malibu Sea Undo Goo shampoo and Jessie Curl deep conditioner, and my hair feels great. Probably the last time I did this was a month ago. What's a good schedule? Is it hair type dependent? Also, I live in Chicago, so it's freezing and dry weather-wise. Yeah, this time of year it sure is. Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you absolutely can over clarify, and I feel like a lot of people have been doing that lately. They're just going overboard, and it tends to happen with a lot of things. So, you need to clarify as needed. So I
Can
definitely
you clarify that statement?
Yes,
As
I
needed?
would not clarify for sure more than really once a month. Once a quarter, sufficient. Some people even once a year. Depending on how your hair and scalp are doing. But, I think a good plan is once a quarter, keep your skin, your scalp healthy and exfoliated. But if you're using clean, healthy products, there's really not a huge need. So, I would not recommend clarifying more than once a month. I think
Yeah.
that's too much. You're going to it's stripping. So unless you're using really bad products, that are building up in the hair, but still, I think, once a month, if you're doing it more than that, it's just too much. It's too harsh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Question for Ken. Will your Rawganics body wash be available on the Rawganics website soon? Yes, probably this week at some point. There's a bunch of full-size products. We had the small travel sizes and whatever, but the full-size products will be on the Rawganics site. The body wash, the thickening shampoo, the thickening conditioner, the shave kit, skincare kit. They'll all be on there this week in the full sizes. They're all sitting by Helen's desk. So they will be. So yes, to answer that question. And what else? Oh, there was another comment. Get this. My chi straightener is 13 years old and still works great.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So which my question is, what the hell are you doing with a straightener, honey?
Ooh.
Yeah. No wonder it's
Busted.
13 years old because you're not using it.
Yeah. 'Cause it's been sitting in the closet.
Oh, she said she hasn't used it in the last 4 years. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Let's see.
Those are good straighteners, by the
All
way.
right.
And now they have that curl. Oh, what is it called? Like this. I want to call it like volcano curl thing. So it's similar to that Dyson one. Now it sucks the hair in and it makes a curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but I don't have
Kind
one.
of cool. All right.
Don't use
One last question. We'll get out of here. My Raw Curls Curl Cream came in a clear bottle. Should I store it differently, like in a dark cupboard or anything like that? Yeah, usually you should anyway. Cool, dry place with Raw Curls products all the time. Yeah, some of those products lately came in clear bottles rather than the typical white, like is in front of Melanie today. A reason was, again, COVID supply chain stuff. They said, we got clear bottles. I said, we'll take clear bottles.
Do we have curl cream?
Or no bottles. Anyway, so let's wrap it up for the evening. Let's wrap it up for the evening. If you are a Curly Silver or you're interested in that, join us over in about 10 minutes in the Curly Silvers support group on Facebook. We'll be doing a Q&A for about half an hour. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next week for episode 209. Curl, and have a great.
Upside down heart.
I hate when people do
I know.
stupid things.
I can never do it. Oh,
You know what I can't
I don't
stand
know.
when people when there's a pregnant couple and the husband stands behind the pregnant wife and puts his hands. I would never.
What do you mean?
And they just puts his hands under her belly, what makes the heart. It's so stupid. I hate that. You would never get me to. Have a great curly week.